Hey everyone, welcome to Tea Time with Bev. So I just wanted to come on here and do a video on this news that I've heard recently about a young lady named Jazzy. And pretty much what happened is that she's a college student and her roommate was pretty much trying to poison her. The roommate was putting her period blood on Jazzy's belongings, was contaminating her all of her stuff, like licking her utensils, putting her toothbrush where the sun doesn't shine. Like, the roommate is disgusting. But because Jazzy pretty much stood up for herself and drew media attention to the situation, the roommate has been arrested. And, it's just so crazy how evil people can be. Now, I've heard, people are trying to make this like a black and white thing, like, oh, the girl did it just because she's white. I don't agree. I feel like she just did it because she's just evil. You know what I mean? And anybody can do this to you. Anybody. I've experienced something similar to what Jazzy encountered. A bit different, but similar. For me, what happened was that I was going to a church program, and one of my church members was like, they want to come along with me, to go to the church, the program, because it was like in a different city. So we could drive there together. And I was like, okay, fine, we can all go together. So on the way to the program, he said she wanted McDonald's. So I stopped at a McDonald's so that she can go buy her some food. And then she asked me if I wanted something. And I said that, okay, can you get me a smoothie? Because, McDonald's has that mango pineapple smoothie. So I was like, well, can you get me a smoothie? And she was like, okay. So she brought a smoothie and she got one for herself also. And while I thanked her, I prayed. You guys, make sure you always pray before you eat anything, consume anything, pray. So I prayed over it. And while I was drinking it, I started to choke, because there was like something in the drink. So I started to choke and I coughed it out, and it was like a wrapper. There was like a wrapper, like a tissue wrapper in the drink. And I'm like, what is this? And then when I looked, there was like, stuck in the straw was like more wrappers. So I looked at her and I was like, what? Like, there's stuff in my drink. And I'm like, is there, tissue paper in your drink? She's like, no, her drink is perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. And I'm like, okay, why does my drink have, stuff in it? And she pretty much was like, I guess a different person made my drink, and the person who was making my drink was acting really, really weird. Like, at the counter, and she thinks that whoever made my drink might have put stuff in my drink. Which I found very odd, for one, because if you saw someone acting weird and you think they may have done something to my drink, why didn't you tell me beforehand, before I drank it, And second, I've been going to McDonald's since I was little, and I've never experienced something like this ever. Like, this has never happened to me before, so why all of a sudden, So I thought it was really weird, but so I didn't throw the drink away. I kept it. I kept it there, but I didn't drink it anymore. And we went to the church program, and then when we got done with the church program, we came back home. I decided to go to the McDonald's because I wanted to get to the bottom of it. Well, like, what is going on? So I went to the McDonald's. And I told them, like, we got a drink from here, and, there's these stuff. And I showed it to them, like, in the drink. And the manager came, and I talked to the manager, and then they reviewed the footage. McDonald's, they have the surveillance camera. And one person made both our drinks. First of all, she said it was two different people. One person made both our drinks, so she lied about that. Second of all, when she took the drinks and went to the counter, based on the angle where the camera was, like, you could see her taking straw. So pretty much this girl, like, took straw paper and ripped it into little pieces and then stirred it into my drink. Now, based on like how she was crouched over, we couldn't really see whether she put anything else in the drink. I really don't want to think about what else she could have put in the drink because that's just nasty. But yeah, and then she pretty much put it in there, and I was really upset. I was so upset. I took the drink, I went home, showed it to my roommate, and I was like, you won't believe what this person did. Like, I was so mad. I was gonna confront her when I saw her in church, and my plan was to throw the drink in her face. That's how mad I was. And my roommate like talked me out of it. She was like, no, just, you know, ignore her when you see her. Stay away from her. At least now you know the type of person that she is. Like, stay away from her, blah, blah. And it was so weird and scary because the Sunday when I saw her at church, this girl approached me and was like, oh, hey Beverly, you know, how are you? I just want to say thank you for giving me a ride to, you know, to the church program. And I was just like, wow, people are scary. People are scary. Like, she was acting like nothing had happened. She hadn't done nothing. It was just so weird, like how fake people can be, you know. And this incident really taught me a lesson. Like, not everybody who smiles at you or is nice to you means well. Not everybody who is, you know, cheering you on, congratulating you, or celebrating you wants you to be successful. And that's just the way life is. You know, we have to be very careful and discerning with the people we surround ourselves with. And it's, you know, it's unfortunate that it has to be this way, but we got to be careful, you know. I got lucky and I did not, you know, choke to death, whatever her agenda or plan was, you know. But unfortunately, the young lady, Jazzy, she got really sick, you know, from her roommate contaminating her stuff. And, you know, and I think based on what she shared in the video, she's still really sick and getting treatment, which I feel like the roommate needs to cover her hospital bills, because she wouldn't have been sick if the roommate hadn't been, you know, trying to sabotage her. So with that being said, let us really be mindful and alert to what goes on around us. Like, take a lesson from this. College students, learn from this and be careful. I can't say this enough. I will put a link to, you know, Jazzy's video in the description box, you know, below, so check that out. And if you have ever experienced or had any incidents similar to this, please leave it down in the comment section below. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.